Hey everyone, welcome to this beginner-friendly Power BI tutorial. Today I'm going to show you an easy and super practical way to connect multiple fact tables using a common date table in Power BI. By the end of this walkthrough, you'll understand how to set up your data model so you can analyze different types of data, like sales and orders, over time, using just one slicer. This is a really foundational skill for reporting and analytics, and I promise once you get the hang of it, you'll wonder how you ever worked without it. So let's jump right in. First, let's lay the groundwork with the date table. Think of the date table as the central calendar that all your other tables can refer to. In our example, it's really simple. Each row is a date, and for every date we include the year, month, and quarter. So for January 1st, 2025, you'd see 2025 for the year, Jan for the month, and Q1 for the quarter, and you'd repeat this structure for each day. Now you can expand this pattern so it covers every day in the year, or even beyond if your data needs it. This might take a few minutes to set up, but trust me, investing this time upfront makes everything else way easier later. The reason for having all these breakdowns, year, month, quarter, is so you can slice and dice your analysis in multiple ways. For example, maybe you want to see quarterly sales growth or how order volume changes by month. The date table gives you this flexibility. Next up, let's look at our fact tables. These are your main data tables, the ones that capture real events. We have two. Sales, which tracks each sale with a sale ID, the date the product sold, and the sales amount. And orders, where each row has an order ID, the date, customer name, and quantity ordered. Notice how both tables have a date column. This is your golden connection point. Now it's time to bring these three tables, the date table, sales, and orders, into Power BI. So start by loading them into your Power BI workspace. Just hit Get Data, choose your sources, and load. If your tables are just Excel sheets or CSVs, it's a breeze. Give Power BI a second or a few if your tables are big to pull in the data. Once they're loaded, click on the Model View icon on the left sidebar. This is where we can actually see all our tables and connect them together visually. Here's the magic. You want to create relationships from the date field in both sales and orders, linking each one to the date in your date table. Think of the date table as the hub of a wheel, while the spokes are your other tables connecting back through their date columns. To do this, just click and drag from sales date to date table date. Do the same from orders date to date table date. Make sure it's a many-to-one relationship with a single direction. Power BI usually figures this out automatically, but if you get a prompt, that's the setup you want. This tells Power BI that every sale or order happened on one specific date, no confusion, no duplicates. So why is it worth setting things up this way? This modeling lets you use time-based slicers and visualizations that instantly work across all your data. For instance, you could write a measure for total sales by simply typing total sales equals sum sales amount. Do the same for total quantity equals sum orders quantity. With both measures in your model, you can add a line chart to your report, set the x-axis to date table date, and then show both measures on the chart. Now when you pick a month or a range of dates, both your sales and order data respond at once, because they're both connected to the same master date table. It's like having one remote control for your entire report. If some of this feels new, don't stress. Connecting tables by date is a key power move in Power BI, and it takes a bit of practice. Once you try it with your own data, you'll see how much simpler, more flexible, and more accurate your reporting can be. That's it for this tutorial. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, maybe about more complex models or measures, drop them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe for more easy step-by-step Power BI guides. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.